Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be tackling a big question that's been floating around the gaming community for a while now. Is Star Citizen a scam? With $700 million in funds raised and all the updates in the journey so far, it's a question worth exploring. If you like what you see, smash that like button and hit subscribe. Let's jump right in. Star Citizen, a game that promised us the stars, has been in development since 2011, funded by what's possibly the largest crowdfunding effort in gaming history. We're talking over $700 million raised from backers who believe in this project. That is a crazy amount of funding. To put this in perspective, Starfield had a budget of $400 million and took 8 years to develop. But with great promises come great expectations, and not all of them have been met on time. Let's break down what's been going on. It's no secret that Star Citizen has faced its share of criticism. Delays, changes in scope, and ongoing funding rounds have led to some calling it a vaporware project, forever stuck in development hell. Plus, there's been some drama around refunds and the viability of its massive ambitions. But let's not jump to conclusions without looking at all the facts. One of the main complaints regarding Star Citizen is that it's unplayable due to all the bugs, glitches, and PC requirements, but I think that people are forgetting that Star Citizen is still an alpha. So what else would you expect? I'm just happy they gave us the ability to play while they develop the game instead of making us wait, but that's just me. Another complaint is at the price of ships in the game, which yes, they are expensive, but guess what? No one is forcing you to buy it, and if you're really wanting that ship you've had your eye on for a while, chances are you can just buy it in-game with the in-game currency anyway. So you can buy the cheapest game package out there and end up with the most expensive ships in-game with enough grinding. The last complaint that every Star Citizen player has heard is that the game is never going to come out and will either remain in alpha limbo or eventually just be turned off. But here's the deal. Despite the setbacks, there's real playable content. Normally, when a scam takes place in the realm of video game land, it's through things like loot boxes or the promise of an amazing game that will never really pull through or come out. Well, Star Citizen hasn't come out officially yet, but we do have access to the alpha as players. And in that alpha, we've got multiple star systems soon. Currently, we just have the one, but we've got dozens of planets that we can explore, heaps of ships, lots of missions, economy features that people like to abuse, but hopefully that's been fixed now with the most recent update. And unlike some games, if you buy a ship with real money, provided it isn't a concept ship, but we'll get to those in a second, you can actually fly and use those ships in-game as soon as you buy them. So people are technically getting what they pay for. We also have things like regular updates and patches which have added substantial content to the game like salvage and everything else that we now love. And we continuously see ongoing progress of things to come from the developers. Now I know you're itching to scream at me about the in-concept ships, which don't have a guarantee of when they might appear in-game, but give me a second. If you buy a ship that is still just in concept phase, they'll give you a loaner ship in the meantime that will be an in-game ship that is as close to the concept ship that you bought that is currently available in-game. Hopefully that makes sense. So although it may seem a bit sketchy, I wouldn't quite call it a scam, as they are very clear on what a concept ship is and the risk you're taking before you even buy one. So doesn't sound too scammy to me. And it's not just about what the developers say, it's about what the players are experiencing. Events like Invictus Week show us a vibrant community that are active and engaged, with new players wanting to take part as well. There are live events, community content, ongoing discussions that keep the universe alive and kicking. But Hushin, surely that doesn't justify $700 million and over 12 years of development, I hear you say. Well, one of the most revolutionary technologies being developed for Star Citizen is server meshing. This isn't just a minor technical update, it's a game-changing feature that could redefine how multiplayer games are hosted and played forever. Server meshing allows for multiple servers to work together seamlessly, creating a single, unified game world. What does this mean for players? It means potentially limitless player interactions and an end to the traditional barriers that divide game worlds into smaller, less immersive segments. Imagine entering Seraphim's space station, crowded with hundreds of players, each going about their business trading, forming alliances, or planning their next adventure. With server meshing, this level of scale and interaction becomes possible. It's designed to handle massive amounts of data and player connections without the usual lag or stability issues that plague large online games. This technology is not just cool, it's critical for delivering on the promise of Star Citizen's vast universe. It allows for true persistence in a living, dynamic universe where actions have lasting impacts. The implementation of server meshing is a very expensive and time consuming technical challenge, no doubt. And although they have achieved this technology on a small scale, implementing it on a larger scale could set a new standard for MMOs and beyond. So, is Star Citizen a scam? From what I can see, it's more of a victim of its own ambition than a deliberate fraud. The road is long, and yes, it's bumpy, but it's paved with genuine efforts and real achievements being funded by people who love and believe in this game. If you're thinking of jumping in, consider trying it during a free fly event to see for yourself if you're not wanting to spend any money. Alright guys, that wraps up our deep dive into whether Star Citizen is a scam or not. What do you think? Have you had a chance to play the latest updates? Drop your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated with all things Star Citizen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.